Okay, fam. It's been a struggle today. Had a lot of orders. And then doing these lectures like this, you know, it's tedious. It's a tedious job, you know, and I really got worked out this month. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. But I love doing it, but it's a tedious job. Today we're gonna do the historical origins of the black woman. Now, most of what we know about our history is through slavery. Roots, you know what I'm saying, whatever you see on TV. You know, they had Queen on the other day with the sister Holly Berry, even though she married to a cracker, got a baby by a cracker. They put her up there to portray something that we should emulate. Now, there's a lot of groups out here, and I keep saying it because I have to attack it. You know, you got a lot of groups out here now saying that it wasn't no slave trade. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You might be one of them. You might be an undercover in here. But you got peoples out here that's saying it ain't no slave trade. And the only reason they could say that because all of us in here allow it to happen. You talk about them Israelites, them so-called Jews, tell them that their Holocaust didn't happen, and they'll put the ADL on your ass quick, fast, in a hurry. They'll put so much pressure on you, you won't be able to cash a check nowhere in this country. If you go, if you attack, say something about Mecca to an Arab. Go overseas and speak about Mecca in a disrespectful way and see what they'll do to you. It wasn't too long ago, maybe, I think it was last year, where this white boy over in either it was Switzerland or Finland, he had put some cartoons of Muhammad in the newspaper. And they damn near burnt Europe down because it's sacrilegious to show Muhammad. And usually when they do show him, they show him with a veil over his face. So they put some, you know, some cartoon characters showing Muhammad in a, you know, in a light which you're gonna laugh at and whatnot. And them Muslims damn near burnt Europe down. They was protesting all over the Arab world, the Asian world. So people, when they have something that's sacred to them, they don't allow you to step on it. And see, and we so beat down at the bottom of the barrel that they just take what is most sacred to us and they just step on it. Now you got groups out here, Moore Science Temple, putting out that was no slavery, that we overcount the numbers. This is what they say. Even though they won't bring out no damn documentation on how they coming up with that we overcount. Because the cracker will give you 12 million. I got the literature. I didn't bring it out because the lecture is not on that. But the cracker will give you 12 million. Now if he give you 12 million, if you just take that number and say, well, for everyone that got here, one died, that'll bring it to 24 million. But we know that wasn't what happened. That it was just like right now, you got a above ground economy, you got a underground economy. That's with anything. You got people that they'll count what's on the stock market, but you making more money underground, dope trade, this trade, bootlegging, everything you got out in this mall is a Chinese bootlegging it. They ain't counting the numbers. They don't know how much these Chinese is making because they're making it in the back of their store. So while you had the slave trade and you had those that kept account, you had those that didn't keep account because they were still slaves. And they was bringing them up underground so they didn't have to pay taxes on them. So we start our count at 100 million. But you got people out here say, well, it didn't happen. I don't know why they would come out and say that unless they was getting paid to do it. You got the Congolese Holocaust that went on in the Congo. Even Mark Twain wrote a book about it, where they lost over 10 million to 15 million in the Congo under Leopold, and that was only 40 years. That's just one nation in Africa. You done lost 10 to 15 million in 40 years, just one nation. Now, if you count all the other nations and say, well, no less of a Holocaust happened in the other nations, and it's damn near 60 nations in Africa, how many did we lose? But I don't see, when they come out on that, I don't really see no soldiers really stepping up to refute that, these people from stepping on what's sacred to us. So here you got the queen right here. This is in, if I'm not mistaken, it's in Ghana. If it's not in Ghana, it's one of the West African countries. And it's showing our sister right there with the chain on her neck. And let me tell the brothers, the only reason that queen got a chain on her neck is because the brothers wasn't man enough to hold the damn line. And right now today, the same attributes, characteristics that allowed that to happen has even amplified. I mean, some of these brothers out here, man, I'm even ashamed to say we're of the same damn race. You let the white man put your woman all on these pornos, disrespect her to the fullest extent. She living off of welfare, got 5 babies. Niggas can't even take care of their babies. You understand what I'm saying? And then they want to talk disrespectful to the black woman. God damn it, if you was doing your damn job, she wouldn't be in the position that she in. The reason why she here in America right now is because you didn't hold the damn line. You didn't hold it. She ain't supposed to be the damn soldier, fight. And then when I come in and try to be, of a warrior class with a lot of brothers, you niggas want to read horoscopes. You in outer space. Our babies dying all over in these communities all over the world, and I got niggas that want to come to me and talk about the damn horoscopes. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? I'm coming straight up the middle, man. This is real serious. This is real talk. So that's why I don't even, I just repost that type of characteristics in a man. I mean, some of them is over 300 pounds. They forearm bigger than my leg, supposed to be kicking in doors for the revolution, and they up in the stars. Now, if you look right here, this sister got apparatus on her head, covering her mouth. Now, I don't know why that cracker would do that. I don't know if the queen was spitting fire, if they punishing her so she can't eat. She got a collar on her neck, and obviously it was a chain connected to it. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a lot of apparatuses that I couldn't bring because I didn't just want to show the queen all through the lecture in this kind of a light. But I brought this out because the brothers need to see this, because the queen still is psychologically not. It ain't on her mind, it's on her brain. It's on our brain. To where they don't even need these apparatuses anymore. It's on the brain. And that's the worst kind of slavery. Because damn it, you don't even have to make any. Back then, that queen probably was spitting fire on that cracker. Every time he fuck you, cracker. What you think I'm going to come just up the middle? What you think these queens and these brothers was going through? You think they was dotting I's and crossing T's? They didn't even know how to speak the English language. But if I come up in here and say a cuss word, y'all ready to walk out. Get on out. If you can't take a cuss word, you ain't ready for no damn revolution. Y'all talking that damn TV revolution. Revolution means, goddamn it, blood everywhere. So don't even use the word. So the queen is going through all of this and still taking care of the baby. And look at this. These low-life the Peckerwood chasing. She got her queen, her baby on her back, and the low-life cracker even got a heater in his hand. Gonna shoot a woman with a baby. Showing you how low down the Peckerwood, and they still the same way. The same DNA that's in that low-life cracker right there is in these crackers walking around out here. And I know you don't like me saying it, because you got little Jimmy that you go and visit and talk, and y'all go down to Starbucks, get y'all a little coffee and talk politics. I know you're mad at me. I know you're mad at me, but I don't care. So you see right there, this low-life cracker got a heater in his hand. And many of our queens were shot down like that. Too many to count. And what I've been, doing my research, when you notice that these crackers, everything that they do, as far as is the bestiality, you understand what I'm saying? A lot of that went on during slavery. See, we show this, but it hurt us to come and come out and say what they really done to our people. What you see in the prison system is a carryover from the damn slave boat. They was chaining them men up and raping them. They was raping them damn babies. You watch the news, they picking up babies every damn day. But you close your eyes. Because you don't want to bang on the beast. So you got, what else can you do but close your eyes, get your little paycheck, but they've been messing with them babies from the beginning. So what you think, on the slave boat, a lot of our queens was taking their baby's life to save their humanity because they was raping them babies. They was, not only was they raping the sisters, the brothers just don't want to come out and say it. They was raping the men. Right on the boat, you chained up. And so a lot of the brothers, hey, when they broke up out of the bottom of the boat, they just jump off the damn boat. They'd rather be eaten by sharks. You know a man gonna come down there and rape you? What else is you? So this is what you're dealing with. So here this sister is, and she looked like she gonna make it. You understand what I'm saying? She looked like she gonna make it. Now we did this last week, but I'm gonna come back to this. This is heaven. This is new. The feminine aspect back in Africa was the heaven was the woman. She was the woman. You see the stars in her body. Ain't no Christian. You can't even find a woman in the book. Unless she washing Jesus' feet. You even have Jesus in the Bible checking his mother. Look, woman, don't even call her mother. Call her woman. Look, woman, be about your business. As a child, they looking for the boy. He done fled and went somewhere. And when they finally catch up to him, he gonna tell his mama after they rebuke him for fleeing off and going without their permission, don't you know I be about my father's business? Well, damn it, let your father go take care of you then. This woman that took care of him till he got old, but he speaks to her like that. That ain't no African story. You know a cracker didn't interpret that book. So here it is, the original Holy Family, the mother, the father, and the child, because in some of the African trinities, you get a daughter. It's the mother, the father, and the daughter. So you even have trinities like that. You go into Christianity, you got the Father, the Son, and a damn pigeon. The Holy Ghost. And it's a pigeon. Ain't even got no representation of the woman in the Trinity. But you got a son. And you know by nature, the only thing that can produce on this planet, give birth, is a woman. And then you even have representations of Adam and Eve, and they'll have Adam with a damn navel. And the only way you're going to get a navel unless you've been severed from a woman. So psychologically, they caught up. They lying, but they know by nature that all humans are represented with a navel, showing that you've been severed from a woman, yet and still you say that Eve came from Adam's rib. And ain't nobody, man, can say that a woman came from his rib. But you can show where man came from a woman. Severed at the umbilical cord. So Dr. Ben brought to us that heaven is between a black woman's legs. And you so beat up in your mind, perverted in your mind, thinking just like that lowly cracker, that you couldn't understand the deeper meaning. Because Ra, which is the sun, will go up in Newt's mouth and travel 12 hours through her body and will be born out her womb the next day, which is sunrise. So this is where you get heaven is between a black woman's legs. Ain't no sick, perverted information I'm trying to give to you. I'm trying to give you the sacred meanings of this. So you know what your woman is and treat her accordingly. And you have Shu right here who's holding up Newt at the two columns of heaven. her breast and her womb. And you have Geb right down here, represented as earth. You go into Islam. They ain't got a woman ain't never done nothing in Islam but go milk they damn goats. That's all she's ever done. They suppress her to the point you got some nations such as Afghanistan, Iran, Sudan. They practice what you call Sharia law. And Sharia law is the strictest Islamic code on the planet. Matter of fact, when she got a veil on, she got gloves on, her feet can't be showed. I mean, she's totally covered. But yet and still, they want to claim Egypt. And so when you studying the cultures of people, you got to look up on the wall. Our women not walking around with no damn sheets on covering their face, their hands, and their body like that. And they not being disrespected. See, the Muslim will come back and say it's all about respect. You had the African queens, African sisters getting respected without it. So don't use that as an excuse. It's just that they suppressed the woman. And if you go to any Islamic country, just like Dr. Clark has taught us, I dare anyone to show me where a woman has ruled in any Islamic country. Name me one woman. You ain't gonna be able to come up with one, because they will not allow a woman to rule over them. Now this is a more profound, and matter of fact, this is original. This comes off of a coffin text back in ancient Egypt. This one right here, anytime you look on any Egyptian madonna, any papyrus wall, when you see that, that's symbolic of heaven. That's symbolic of heaven. You see it's black too. Notice that. Them colors are not there for no reason. It's black, the essence of the universe. And that right there is the arc of Ra, which is the sun. And this is the 12 hours of night where he's traveling in his boat across the celestial Nile. Just like I told you, you got an earthly Nile and you got a celestial Nile. And he's traveling across the celestial Nile for 12 hours. And he'll be born out of his mother's womb, which is new, the next day at sunrise. And here down here is Geb. You see the serpent down there? That's his enemy. That's Apep. And you see where he's at. He's at the bottom. He's been defeated. And you see the serpent, the winged serpents, that are the protectors. One represented Set, one represented Nephet or Neptus. Them queens, always protected. And that's why you got a Shaka Musa Barashango come out with the African woman, the original guardian angel. See this temple? This is the ceiling. See them stars? That's representative of Nu, the woman. The temple itself is a physical representation of the woman. Any temple you go in, any pyramid you go in, you'll see them stars up there. And so you got to know that you in the temple itself is representative of the woman. Because when you see Set, you'll see the throne on her head. And when you look at Nephet or Neptus, you will see the temple on her head. So the throne and the temple is representative of the black woman. Dare you to go in any religion right now today and show me where the woman has a sacred representation, such as back in Africa. You ain't gonna find it. Here's another temple with the stars up here, and that's the same star that the Eastern Star have on their face. That's the same one. They just turned it up. The same star that they put in the so-called red, white, and blue American flag. That's the same star right there. Now you see this Ankh. I made that. So you see exactly what it is. And you see that embryo, that sacred child that's going to be given birth through that holy black womb. So when you wear this Ankh, you should know exactly what it means. Don't wear it just to wear it. You're supposed to be killing for this. That's why it's no longer sacred to you. It's just symbolic. Just like the Masons. Everything is symbolic with their ass. They ain't gonna bust a grape. Old niggas gonna go somewhere, drink a damn 40, fall out. And damn wife ain't gonna know where he is till the next day. Everything is symbolic, nothing is sacred. So you got that top portion that represents the holy black woman. You got this portion right here representing the phallus, the sacred phallus, the sacred stem of the black man. And then right here, you got the feminine aspect, you got the masculine aspect of birth. What happened, black man? What happened to this? That's why we're in the state of emergency that we in right now. Because if this was sacred to you, what this cracker doing to our woman, goddamn it, we should have been burning America down. Should have been burnt this damn place down. But we don't hold our woman sacred. We don't even hold our children sacred no more. Damn babies out in the street right now. I mean, our babies is dying wholesale. Niggas will come to you, read the stolen niggas, leave me alone. You book scholars. At some point in time, what you read, you got to put it into action. From a time it got to become operational. And it's not operational. You just want to quote a chapter. You just want to quote a verse. See, I done read, man. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of the read. Because I know enough now to know the crack of my enemy and understand that what's going on in these communities is our fault, black man. The woman is the way she is. I mean, our woman just like we are. But she ain't going to get it together. The black man got to get it together. She can't fight no damn beast like that. She ain't supposed to. But no, Seti angry. That's what they said. They saying about it. They say Seti angry. No, nigga, you just weak. Do you go in the damn dresser drawer and get panties, or do you get drawers? I gotta ask that question. Because some of these cats act more like a woman. Matter of fact, a white woman. I ain't gonna even put it on a queen. Act like a white woman. Queens has got more revolutionary spirit. You see this? This black Madonna right here, if I'm not mistaken, is in Spain. Both of these are European black Madonnas. Taking it straight from Seti and Heru. See, the original Madonnas in Europe were black. And the most sacred Madonnas in Europe today are still black. You will see thousands of crackers bound down to these black Madonnas, and you could go right in Detroit right now to every Baptist church, Lutheran, Protestant, don't make no difference what denomination, and they got a peck of wood up there. The revolution got to start with your God. You got to pull that cracker down. Because a woman, a black woman, if she looks up on the wall and she see a cracker as the supreme deity, how she gonna respect us as black men as being the true head of this nation? And the hell she going? I mean, the supreme deity should represent the woman and the man and the child of the nation. Who nation it is? You go to China, they got a Chinese Confucius, Buddha. They ain't got no cracker deity up there. You go to India, they deities look Indian. I was down in Mexico. They had Jesus up there, but he had brown skin. It looked like them. They didn't have no cracker. You may have some, but we the only people that worship another man like that. It's sickening. And that's where our revolution got to start. It got to start with that God figure. We got to pull these peckerwoods up off our wall. Anybody, I mean, it becomes a habit with me. I don't even let my baby know. My baby, she has her mother, love her dearly. I respect her. You understand what I'm saying? But she comes over with images I don't like. Take that shit, throw it right in the garbage. She be mad at me, but I buy another one with something black on it. I keep her in the habit and let her know in case I live here, in case I leave here, that my baby always have it in her head. My daddy don't like no white man, no white woman. He make me throw that away. It'll be in her head to always throw anything away that look white. Just throw it away. Even when I walk in the room, I know I can't stop the white man from coming on TV, even though I wish I could. Every channel you turn on is a Peckerwood, even BET. They even got Peckerwoods on that. So I come in and I see something on, immediately I turn. I try to find something that's conscious. I put a DVD on. You understand what I'm saying? We got to do that. We got to pull these white images up off of our wall, up out of our books. And we got to let our babies know, God damn it, I hate it. I know some people I can't hate nothing. Well, I can't. This Black Madonna right here, this right here is at the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem. This is over the grotto where they say Jesus was born. But you got a Peckerwood. This is a Black Madonna in Bethlehem over the grotto where Jesus supposedly was born. We know it's a fairy tale, but we can go. If you got this, I can at least give you respect. I can respect you. Okay, you got the Black Madonna. Okay, I can respect that. Other than that, the story is fictitious. And not only if it's fictional, and you put the cracker of Jesus over your mind, over your church, that make it even worse. God damn it, because it's a fantasy any damn way. At least play along, play the game. You don't even want to play the game. But so this shows you that the cracker know what the true Madonna and child was, because they took it from our Set and they took it from Heru. And then you got to understand that our Set had went up into Europe. They was worshiping our Set in Greece and Rome. You got the Herculaneum worship of our Set. Herculaneum was right up under Vesuvius. If y'all know anything about Mount Vesuvius, when it destroyed Vesuvius, it also destroyed the Herculaneum city over there. This is the Lady of Czestochowa. This is in Poland. This is the one that the Pope bowed down to. Pitch black. Crackers say, why? They ask the question, why is all these Madonnas black? And they're going to say, well, after burning the candles in the church for so many years, that the smoke turned them black. And then why ain't turned nothing else black? We damn stupid. You got one in Bethlehem, one in Poland. That's some strong ass smoke. Rastafarians ain't got smoke that strong. Look at this. That's a beautiful representation of the Black Madonna. And child, I could respect that. I could respect it because I know the origin of it. It's nothing but Aset and it's nothing but Heru. This one is in Spain. This one is in Spain. This right here is one of the original statues coming up out of ancient Kemet. And you see our goddess, our queen, our Set, she's feeding her child horse. She's looked out for us so long. And we as black men, we have not looked out for our queens. We have not. Shameful. We're going to have to start with the young men. Teach them to kill anything that touch their mom. Disrespect their mom. That's the only way we're going to get up out of this. You have to start with a whole new generation. Because these niggas they through. You can't do nothing with them. They've been living up under this Peckerwood society for so long, you can't change. You're going to have a few. You're going to have a few, but as a whole, these niggas ain't going to do nothing but go work for that Peckerwood, get that, thinking they're going to get a pension. But Obama, he working with the cracker right now to make sure that you ain't getting no pension. I'm just letting you know that. You ain't going to get no pension. This is Diana. This is a Greco-Roman goddess who was taken from our Set. This shows you that in Europe that they was worshiping the Black Madonna before Mary and Jesus. See, y'all don't understand that. So Mary and Jesus is just a modern day representation of an old concept that we have always worshiped our woman. You see, it's black. And they made specifically for sure that she was black because everything else is white. Even her feet, that's right. It was the color of divinity in the ancient world. Now you got niggas coming out talking about black means death. More science temple. I'm getting warmed up. Because I'm going to be debating this brother Eileen Bay down in Harlem, April 19th. And the buzz is electric. So I'm just letting them know when I go down there, I'm going to represent Detroit, that revolutionary Detroit spirit, but I'm going to represent our African ancestors, and I'm intending to sink they boat. I'm stepping all over they ass. Because for being disrespectful, and they disrespectful for the reason is our people don't call their ass out on it. I'm just one man. And I done brought that shit to a standstill. Brothers in New York done told me, they ain't selling DVDs on the street. Say, since Seti dropped that DVD, man, niggas is thinking about rethinking that. Don't look like it was all what they said it was. So they didn't stop selling them DVDs on the street. So they scared now. What if I could get about 1,000 more, 10,000 more? They be scared to even open their mouth. That's just like going to Arabia and saying Muhammad ain't shit. You know they gonna chop your head. Come down in this community and say black means death. And they still down here. That shows you. The white man don't even need to attack us anymore. Because he got enough Uncle Tom niggas that'll do his work. That's shameful. But it ain't gonna be on my watch. Look at these peckerwoods. Look at them. They doing their ceremonies. They rituals under a black Madonna. The irony of it, you go down to a Baptist church, black church right here in Detroit, and you got all these niggas hooping and hollering, sweat flying all over the place. They got 30 damn collection plates going around at one time. And then they play the music so loud to geek you up to make you go down in your pocket even deeper and pull out a dollar just that you ain't got. And y'all don't know what it's about. The same thing they do with hip hop. They put them beats on, and you know we react to beats, and then they put that ignorant music on. And it entices us to live out what's on the song. They got some God, they didn't destroy hip hop. Destroyed it. I know our elders didn't like it when they first, but they could respect it. We had cats that was trying to uplift our people. I know we was a little rowdy, so damn what? We in a war. Gonna be some rowdy. Supposed to be a whole lot of rowdy. But they done taken hip hop, the Jew, the low-life the Jew, he owns mass media, bought all the companies, and then you say, look at that nigga, he rapping about, but the Jew ain't gonna sign him unless he rap that way anyway. You can't come out there trying to rap conscious no more. They getting rid of that. Now look at this one. This one in Russia. This one is in Leningrad, Russia. This one got an afro. This one got an afro. Right here. Black Madonna. Got the child right there. Yeshua, if that's what y'all want to call him. I don't try to get that deep in that. It's a story, and I'm not going to try to get that intricate with a fantasy. Y'all want to say Yeshua, go on in deep then. But I'm not going to go in that deep. Now look at this. Look at this. The cracker couldn't take it no more. He say, well, Mary wandered off. And this sister right here, she's a mammy. She's raising the baby. She's a surrogate mother. What is this? What is it? But this show you right here that the cracker, he plays with our mind in so many different ways. You understand what I'm saying? Even though he playing with his own mind at the same time. Because you gonna ask the question, what the hell happened? It can't be this woman's child. And this can't be this child's mother. So what is it? It's a sick fantasy. But see, after you tell so many lies, they can't come up with no more lies. They can't come up with no more lies. It's like a rubber band. When you stretch it so long, you know it's going to pop. So it's about a second from popping. Matter of fact, it didn't already pop. For a lot of people, we just can't see. Now this is a gold sarcophagus of a queen to show you how our queens was going down. You see the micro braids? Any sisters in here got micro braids? Well, you know how our sisters do. All you have to do is go down to the Korean shop. They'll be down there and they mad at me now. This nigga gonna talk about our. Now you done went too far, Seti. Now you know we got to take care of our wig. But that goes back to where if you're gonna wear it, at least make it. The Koreans then took over black hair products, the industry. They owned it. 100%. You go right out here, little ching ching, got everything you need. Oils, do-rags, weaves, spray, everything you need is right over there at Ching Ching. How is it that any and everybody can come right over here in our community, set up shop, and take over the whole damn industry, and don't bring a dollar back to the community where we stay at? Not a dollar. Them little Chinese, they our enemy. Let's be real about it. Any person that'll come and set up shop in your community and don't give you nothing to, for you to use to bring your community up, they are enemy. They blood suckers. So you see right here, this is how our queen was going down. We was going down in the finest of fashions. Now, we fashion those gold sarcophagus. Now you go out here to little Indian down there. He's selling you something, probably got 1% gold in it. If you don't drop it down in the solution he done made, if you take it and put it in some real gold cleaner, you take it out, it might be 10. Got 1% gold in it. They cutting it like anything. They take they buy, they probably getting it for dirt cheap, because they stealing out of Africa every day. And they cut it so thin till they can sell it to you and me. I'm not buying it, but they'll sell it to our people, and it ain't worth shit. And you go spend top dollar for it. The weed, the gold, it all come up out of Africa. Now I'm not mad that the sisters is rocking it, because they was rocking it back then. They had it. They was putting the weave in their hair. They was, but damn it, they was making it. You putting money in the Chinese, and the Chinese is down in Sudan. They in Africa taking over. They are imperialistic power. When the Arab was selling slaves, he was selling them to China and India. And the Indians is in South Africa right now. They went in with the British. And even had an Indian one year was Miss South Africa. You got white women in the African pageants, and they become Miss damn this country and that country. We got to get back to this. We got to get our gold back. We got to get our land back. And that's why I go back again on the Moorish Science Temple. I'm warming up on their ass. So when I get down to Harlem, I'm going to just be spitting fire everywhere. Why would they tell you from here? Because the cracker then paid them niggas so you would stop your linking with your brothers and sisters in Africa, because they know that the strongest force against white supremacy right now today is Pan-Africanism. All African people locking arms. They can't take. As a matter of fact, they can't take what's in America if you get your heart back. They have to blow this whole damn country up. But you want to fight a little peasant warfare. You don't really want to get off into no strategic warfare with these crackers, because you scared. Anytime a cracker got to have that many heaters, he's scared of you. Right, no doubt. Why you think he's strapped up? Why you think they come down here, you just look him in his eye and he want to beat your damn eye out your socket? Because he's scared of you. And you don't understand, you don't feed off of that. Say, damn, why is they like that? They don't come down one against a black man. Shit, they bring 10. Shoot the brother Oscar Grant out there in Oakland. Ain't nobody did shit. Man is weak, man. I hate even talking about it. But I got to, because I want the babies, just like we go back to college tapes, Dr. Ben tapes, Dr. Clark tapes. I want our babies to come back to some Sarah Suit and Seti tape and see how I beat on them Peckerwood. Because I don't give a damn about it. Because I know they origin. This is my eye. This is our goddess who represents righteousness, harmony, reciprocity. I don't know where she at now today, because it ain't in this community. Y'all forsaking y'all gods, the ones that kept us in alignment. You forsaken my eye. And you picked up the crack of Jesus. You picked up our lot that ain't done nothing for us. I heard that the brothers and sisters say, Seti, you know Gaddafi has become the head of the African Union. They have elected that Arab, and I remember Dr. Clark was forewarning us about Gaddafi. Goddamn Arab. Arab is the head of the African Union. That's all African nations. Go look it up. That's a damn shame. What is it? What's happening? Let me tell y'all what's happening. See, they'll show you the Congo, and they'll make it seem as if our peoples is attacking one another without a consciousness of what they really doing. It's just niggas being niggas. What's happening is that there's revolutionary movements going on in Africa. And the Uncle Tom niggas are getting slayed. So what the white man and the Arab have come to understand, we have to go through recolonizing Africa. These niggas over here done got wild. They ain't laying down no more. You got Nigerian revolutionary groups over there blowing them damn oil wells up. But you not recognizing it. You don't link with your brother and sister. Shit, all they might need is us to tip the damn balance so they can win it back. No. Y'all don't even know one African. Don't even know one African overseas. You go on YouTube, you go, that should be when you go on trips, is to get names, to get numbers, to get emails, to go into the heart of these cities and talk to our brothers and sisters and see what they need. And see what they think about us over here, because they looking from the outside in, so they see things from a different perspective than we do, because we on the inside, and we can see some things from the inside that they can't see. That's why we both need to come together at the table and put it on the table and work it out. In the art of war, say before you go to war, you got to put it on the table. You got to look at the ways you can win. And you don't leave the table until you can win. You niggas won't even come to the damn table. We just talking about it. No. Somebody, I think the white man over there. Cracker ain't nowhere in the damn building. Niggas shaking in this just to talk about it. Let's just talk about it. Let's see what we can, They fighting in Mogadishu. They fighting in Sudan. Goddamn Arabs trying to burn our people out in the Sudan. Trying to take it all. We don't give them no help. We've lost our goddesses and our gods that would teach us to go to war and to fight back for what is ours. You don't ask no damn cracker for Africa. It don't belong to you. The fuck am I ask you for it for? Get out without any question. Leave Africa. But they brung old Nelson Mandela out. This nigga been in jail. He might as well died in jail. His symbol would have been more powerful. But he came out, let all them crackers that been raping, murdering, and robbing our people, gave them pardons. But then when it came to winning, he turned his back. No doubt. Turned his back on. But de Klerk became the vice president. That low-life cracker that murdered thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of our people under his regime. He became the vice president. And y'all talking about Nelson. Shit, Winnie should have put a hit on his ass. Should have put a hit on his ass for coming out disrespecting our movement. And hell, you going one person, one vote. Crack of the land is not, the land belongs to us. One settler, one bully. See our queens right here? I keep bringing it back because in Africa they never painted none of our deities white. I couldn't find one. Not one. They always use materials of melanin. So you're seeing in Africa how black was holy. It's the essence of where we come from. It's the womb. It's the universe. It's the carbon. Everything in existence is a carbon-based creation. If it ain't got carbon in it, it can't exist. What color is carbon? Black. But the niggas say black means death. Say according to science, it means death. I ain't gonna play my hand too, cause I got something that I'm gonna use on them. I know I might have some ears and some eyes in here. I should put something out there anyway, just to see who it is. Because if I know if it show up somewhere, I know where it came from. I brought this out right here. These are the so-called Israelites when they went out into the desert after so-called leaving Egypt. Ain't nobody gonna leave Egypt to go out in the damn desert. You know that's a damn a fallacy. But anyway, you see the golden calf. A lot of people don't understand that the golden calf is the African woman. Heteru, Hathor, the golden calf. Why the calf? Because you get milk from the cow, the calf. It's a nourisher. So she represents the great nourisher of our nation, of our people. And you see, when they came out, Moses went up on the mountain, stayed up on the mountain too long, and the people lost confidence in Moses. And they went to Aaron, they say, Aaron, make us a god. And that's what they made, the golden calf. They didn't make Yahweh. They didn't make Allah. Allah don't feed nobody. Shit, they got to come into Africa right now. See, you don't look at just look at Israel. Just go do their exports and their imports. Talking politics now. I ain't talking no fantasy, no belief system. See what they export and what they import. Man, they ain't exporting shit. They ain't got nothing to grow over there. But yet and still it's called the land of milk and honey. Don't ask me what that means. It's a fallacy. And here's Heteru, the golden calf. You always see her with the cow horns over her head. And you see the sun disk of Amun-Ra. Here again, she's just represented as the cow. This is what they was worshiping when they left. They was worshiping a woman. But then when they went off into the area where they came from, they went back to their wicked, beastly ways. They went right back to their wicked, beastly ways. They went to worshiping a masculine deity, and they hated the woman. Took her out of the religion completely. Can't even find her. Allah, nah, before it was Allah, it was Allat, with a T on the end. Come on. They took those verses out of the Quran. And that Jew boy, if you want to get the book, Satanic Verses. His name is Rashni. He's a Jew. He put it out about 15 years ago. And they put a hit out on his life. Because he put the passages in his book referring to what they had took up out of the Quran. Before it was Allah, it was Allat with a T on the end. Because the Ethiopians were in control of that area. The Arab was nowhere to be found in that area. That area was originally controlled by the Nile Valley. And the Ethiopians were in that area. Go get the book. The Arab, I think if I'm not mistaken, the Arab conquest of Egypt. You can get it right down there, truth. You can have them order it for you. And it talks about the same churches that you see in Ethiopia today, they were in Arabia. The same types, Christian churches. But when the Arabs took over, they destroyed them. They destroyed those churches. So you would have seen that Arabia was nothing but an extension of Africa. There are no damn Arabs over there. The Arab is nowhere in history. They're not even a BC people. They have no literature before the Quran. Any man that's a Muslim, I dare you to bring me a manuscript before the Quran, written in Arabic. You couldn't do it to save your life. But they claim to be so ancient. The Hebrew, he can't show you a book before Genesis. And that ain't even, the Bible is not even in chronological order. Genesis came last. They recreated Genesis at the Council of Jamia. Jamia. The Council of Jamia. Exodus was the first book. But then they went to asking questions. Damn, you exited, but where did you come from? So they had to create Genesis. And then you go in Genesis chapter 1 and Genesis chapter 2, and you got two different Genesis creation stories. Look at it. I know you're mad at it. This is our goddess, our Seti. You always know our Seti. She got that throne on her head. So that goes back to Hatshepsut. A lot of people mad because I had to drop it down on her. She was extraordinary as a ruler. She was extraordinary. Her architects were some of the greatest architects that ever built in Egypt. But she should not have ruled as a pharaoh. She should not have ruled as a king. She should have ruled as a queen. That's just like a man ruling as a queen. And you can't see the balance that's set. It's a balance that's set in the universe. My son can't come in wearing no pants. Ain't no excuse, nigga. No excuse. She had to put on a beard. She had to put on a breastplate. And I love Hatshepsut. But Seti, when he took the throne, he had to recreate the king's list. Because some of the kings that was on that list were not to be emulated. He cleaned it up. He took all them Uncle Tom niggas up off of it, Akhenaten. He's not on there. I fell out with a queen one day. She come to the study group. I don't know, she had just showed up the first day. I cut into Akhenaten. And then for some reason, out of the clear blue sky, the queen just got up and walked away. I said, damn, you know, what was it that made her leave like that? Come to find out, I went out there to console the woman. And she had gone. But one of my brothers had told me that the woman had Akhenaten in her name. That's right. I said, well, you know, maybe she'll go home and rethink. Why she, you know, sometimes you need to do, before you name yourself, you got to think long and hard. Because you got to live that name out. I live my name out. So Seti, he didn't put Akhenaten's name on there. He didn't put King Tutankhamun's name on there. He did not put Hatshepsut's name on there. She's not on the list. The king's list at Abydos, the temple of Osiris. Here you got Aset, Isis. She's weeping. This is when you see that, she's weeping. She's also praying because Osiris has been murdered by his brother Seti. Now, a lot of people say, well, Seti is in your name. What you got to understand is this, that the gods and goddesses have thousands of representations. And Set, that particular story is just one representation of Set. You see her name is Aset. Okay? So Set is in her name. The oldest name for Nubia is Ta-Seti. And that's why Seti went back, because we had strayed so far from our original teachings that he had to go back. He said, no, Akhenaten destroyed Egypt. He was the final nail in the coffin. If we had had a strong king And then, more likely, it was going to fall anyway because Akhenaten wasn't the first weak king. There were many weak kings. He was just the most famous. But he was the last nail in the coffin. And it caused Egypt to be destroyed. Egypt had become so cosmopolitan, it's just like peoples up north, like brothers and sisters up north. We tend to look down on our brothers and sisters down south. Say them niggas country. And we do it. If you're from New York, Detroit, Chicago, if they coming from Atlanta, New Orleans, that nigga country. And we do it, and that's the same thing that Egypt has started doing to Nubia. Even though we know that we all came up out of the south. We were in the plantations on the south, and we migrated up here. We done forgot that. You understand where we came from, and that's what happened to Egypt. So they went to intermingling with them damn Arabs and them Peckerwoods, and the Peckerwoods had intentions on destroying Egypt from the beginning. And we so naive, we want to feed everybody. We want to look out for everybody instead of looking out for our own. And they plotted, and eventually they took. But you see where this low-life Arab has gotten our prayer formations. Taken right up out of Africa. Now, it's sacred to her. So you think you got to, when you pray like this, you praying like a Muslim. This is your prayer. He stole from you. Just like the kufi you see on the top of Ptah's head. That's not no kufi. Ptah had it first. You can't call it what the damn thief called it, because you become an accomplice to the damn crime. You don't call it what the damn thief called it. So these prayer formations are originally ours. Now you see this queen right here. See the hair? And when you look at a lot of the hairdresses in Egypt, you're going to see that the hairdresses fit hairstyles. You can see the Nehemis crown in this hairstyle. You don't see the Nehemis crown that the Pharaoh wears is cloth, but you can see it fit right over that hairstyle. Now this is a peckerwood, a cracker, that's in the lower regions of Kemet. And you see what color she is. There's no mistaking this African in that peckerwood. They didn't even have the technology. They just painted their face on the damn wood. That's right. This is carved. This is sculpted. Look at the colors in it. I mean, that alone, if we had a museum with artifacts, that alone could be a prime piece. Matter of fact, I'll get down and pray to it. You pray to Peckerwood Jesus. You can't pray to that and say that's an image of our God. Shameful. Like your African ancestor, your God is your queen, I said. Nah, matter of fact, let me correct myself. That's not I said. That's Nephet. That's her sister. Because you see the temple on her head. You see the temple on her head. You understand what I'm saying? So in the ancient Nile Valley, and all of even Africa, it didn't change. When you go to West Africa, the same teachers in West Africa is the same teachers that was in the Nile. That's where our ancestors fled when the Nile was attacked. They fled south, they fled west, and they took a lot of the teachings with them. So you have to do a lot of comparative study with African cultures. And you will see, just like you see the Ankh, you will see what they call the Akwiba doll. Akwiba doll. In Africa, you'll see a wooden head. The big head is one in here. In West Africa, you'll see the head, you see the eyes and the mouth, you'll see the breast, and you'll see it's just like an Ankh. Represents the same thing. So you see, one side will be Aset, the other side will be Nephet or Nephthys. You see, this is where the lowly Arab, they wasn't praying, they didn't even have no damn deity. They don't even wear soap. Wash up and wear deodorant. I mean, you get next to them, and damn it, you think you was in a zoo. I'm just being honest with you. I got to be straight. If I didn't use that how I'm saying it, you wouldn't understand it. How the hell you built a pyramid, but you can't put on deodorant? I mean, you got to start with simple knowledge first. Now this is our queen right here. And they mad at this one. They mad at this one. This is our most Nefertari. This is the matriarch of the 18th dynasty. The matriarch. This is Hatshepsut's great-grandmother. Black. Now, if you got, her mom and daddy one of them had to be as black as she is. Okay? Tutmosis III, the great warrior king, the greatest warrior king of ancient Kemet, kicked more ass than any general in the history of African history. Even Hannibal. Hannibal was greater in his ability to come up with knowledge, but Tutmosis had more victories. Matter of fact, he never lost a battle. And he was the one that even went up into Palestine, even into Greece. He was the one they named Armageddon after. Because when he went to the city of Medigio, he put an ass whooping on them Palestinians to the point that they said Armageddon would look like this. Armageddon, the root word of Armageddon is Medigio. That's up in Palestine. And that was that battle that Tutmosis III put down. Wasn't even a battle. Wasn't even a battle. He slayed them. And under his campaign, Egypt had its borders was at its greatest limit. You had colonies all the way to India. The Mediterranean world, the whole Mediterranean belonged to the Nile Valley on both sides. So that's why when you look at the earliest civilizations in Europe, Greece and Rome, they on the Mediterranean. It's not up in the north. Those were the crackers that came down and sacked Rome, what they call the Vandals. They sacked Rome because the Romans were so busy thinking that they couldn't be beat that they came down there and snuck up on them, and before they could even blink their eyes, they had burnt Rome to the ground. So this shows you right here the extent that Nubia was in the royalty of ancient Egypt. Even Nefertari, the second Nefertari, Ramesses II married, the great Ramesses, who was the son of Seti,